Hey everybody. So today it is a beautiful, sunny, I think fairly warm day. It's supposed to be in the 60s today. I'm actually not sure what it is right now. There's a breeze blowing. When you're in the shade it's a little cool, but it's comfortable and it's beautiful. So I'm out here because, as you can see right in front of me, this is actually two rosemary bushes together. Let me back up and show you. They're huge. They've just grown together. Let's see, I'll give you a better angle here. And I also have another one over here. Now this one, I have tried to keep it in the past trimmed up and shaped a little different than just like this one. This one right here is where I pick a lot of my rosemary for cooking and baking, that sort of thing. I have a never-ending supply. But anyway, I am going to start trimming this one up today to get it back in shape, because it's been probably a couple years since I've actually shaped it up, and I like it where it's a little bit cut up off the ground, and it just looks more clean, and you can see it's starting to kind of encroach on the path too, so I want to make sure it doesn't do that anymore. So that's what we're going to do. So I just looked at the temperature and it's 61 degrees in early February. What a blessing. There, you can kind of see what I'm doing. I'm opening up the bottom a little bit, cleaning out some of those really low branches. Here's how it's looking so far. Sometimes I just have to stand back and look at it and determine where else I need to cut. So I think you need to do a little bit more on this side. So that's what we'll do. Now for here, you can see when we walk on this trail, this is getting into the way of the trail. So I want to trim those ends off. And probably we'll just go in a little bit further and cut a whole stem off. Gonna look at it from a distance, see what I think. I think it looks pretty good. What happens on rosemary, just like any other shrub, when you trim it, it fills out more, gets fuller, I should say. And where you cut it is usually where more growth happens. So you see at the very, very bottom, like right down here at the base, there's a lot of little fine stems, new growth, and that's because as I've trimmed it in the past, that's where it grows. So you kind of have to stay on top of it. Like I said, it's been a couple years, and so it took a little bit longer, and it was a lot more growth that I had to cut off. But for that particular rosemary, where it's located, I just like it lifted a bit. The other ones can be kind of wild looking, But that one, I really do like it to be not sculptural, because in the high desert, my garden is not a sculptural, formal garden, but I like it to have a little more of a defined shape, a little more, and still be wild enough. So I think I'm happy. I might trim off some of those little ones at the bottom, or I might just let those grow for now. It's a lot easier to trim those because there's so many of them. It's a lot easier to trim them when they have grown a little bit longer. So I may just wait and do that in the spring. But you can see all of the piles of rosemary that I have trimmed off. Now typically, this would be when I would start, I'd take some of this rosemary and I'd make some rosemary bread, or I'd dry it. But because we have so much rosemary, I have a lot of rosemary that I've dried, that I've saved, and so I really don't need to save anymore. You've probably seen in the past though, I have used rosemary branches, selective ones, as filler in flower arrangements. It's really good. You just have to, when you trim the bottom, since it's a woody stem, when you cut the bottom, you need to also cut it vertically so that the water can be absorbed up into the stem. But rosemary has a lot of good qualities and properties, and one of them, and of course none of this is fully approved as yes, this will happen, but so I'm going to say this with a caveat. It is supposed to have cognitive improvement qualities, meaning the smell of it actually helps your brain. So you can do your research on that. I do love baking with rosemary. I like putting it into breads. I also like cooking with it and making rosemary roasted potatoes in the oven. So there's a lot of benefits to it, which is why I started growing it here. One of the reasons. The other reason, after I realized how well it grew in the high desert, I was like, well, this is a ornamental shrub, and that's how I use it. I have, let me count how many. I have 3 plants in the backyard. So the one that I just trimmed, and then the 2 over here that have grown together. They're very, very large. And then I have, I believe it's 3 in the front. So rosemary is an excellent, excellent landscape plant in the high desert. Now, before you go to the nursery this spring and start buying rosemary to grow as a landscape plant, make sure you know what kind it is, because they have trailing kind that will just take over your yard or take over the space that you planted in. You want this kind, which is a bush kind, and I'll put up on the screen, I can't remember the exact name of this one, but I will put it up on the screen so in case you want to go buy one and use it as a landscape plant, you will have the name for it, the proper name for it, because you do not want a trailing rosemary as a landscape plant. Well, unless you have a large area and you want to cover it completely, but they get kind of wild. But these I absolutely love and would highly recommend them. So there we go, we finished for today, and I just need to clean up all the piles and we're done. I hope you've enjoyed this, and I hope you're having a lovely day in February, and it's as beautiful as it is here with our beautiful blue sky. Not a cloud in that sky. So have a great day. Thank you for watching.